pot of tea with a couple of nibbles, some seasonal greens, and a piping hot bowl of fresh kanji. That's a dope breakfast right there. The perfect way to start your day. Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing. Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing. Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing. Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing. Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sea, I get the goods from A to B. Across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing. Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sea,
Chuchururuchuru. Canequinha. Pauzinho. Chuchururuchuru.
Let the show begin.
Shiver!
Oh, this may hurt a little.
You can't run!
Make yourselves at home.
You can't run!
I'll protect us. Watch it! The floor here isn't safe. I see everything.
Oi. Oi.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be a... don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you. That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So, staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side. Let the show begin.
Wait, there's something wrong with this bridge!
Cai no prédio.
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Melissa.
Oh, was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. no, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to...
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little
Did you cultivate them yourself?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time,
Huh? We do?
Well, now,
Miss Navia, here you are!
My trial?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now.
Oh?
Look, it's Navia! She's here!
And her two attendants are with her! Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge...
please sit in the
All right, but...
Typically, it...
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you, after you took over the... Not only you. Yes, correct. We are one big, therefore, this...
Huh?
Oh, well...
How...
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr.
She was born of...
Her actions can... Please do not mis...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. Even if everything is... Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
Ugh, my head... It hurts.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navia, she...
Silence!
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, Demoiselle.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were
Caramba,
still...
que falação da voz.
Sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. You were just about... I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment. Were it not for their intervention, I wouldn't...
Wait, did you say Oceanids?
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the...
I always...
Please come with me.
Venha comigo. Você vai ser meu juiz.
Neverlet, are you okay?
O mês que
Oh, I
vem
am-
você vai ser meu.
Oh, Paimon.
I merely thought... I suppose... Ah, Sigewin. I hope all is well with her these days.
No way, don't worry.
I see.
Oh, and the...
Thank you.
He still doesn't know what to... So, Neverlet...
Yes, in fact. Amid my astonishment...
Yeah, we...
Bora, é hora do show. Ih,
I'm
acho que
sorry
vai
to
dar
have kept
treta
you all
aqui,
waiting
hein?
like that. I'm
Dá uma olhada,
feeling
ver se
much
tem um
better
baú
now.
perdido aqui, porque
I
esse jogo é
guess we
cheio
should get
dessas
going
de
again.
ficar
Will you come with us, Mr.
colocando coisa
Neverlet?
escondida.
Yes, if you wouldn't
saber,
mind
né?
my company.
All right, another one joins the party. Let's get going then.
Vamos lá. Eu acho que agora a gente vai pra treta, viu? Só acho.
I'll protect us.
Falei, ó lá. Rapaz esperando aí. Será que esse aí também? Eu sei que ele virou outro bichão maior, né? Não sei.
Lights out. Judgment. Yeah. You can't run.
Drop.
Alley-oop.
Oh, no. The Temple of Wisdom. Hey. Let's dance.
Judgment. Yeah, yeah. Shiver.
Tá.
Nada kundala.
Cadê?
Oh no, another unstable path.
Ixi, vai.
Watch your step.
Pá, pá. Olha os melãozinhos balançando. Balança nada, rapaz. Tá durinho. Tá duro. Oh, meu Deus do céu. O que que eu fiz? Os caras tá achando que isso aqui é Tomb Raider, mas não é possível. Oi, gente. Beleza?
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here. I'll protect us.
You can't run.
Up to it, Manzai.
Calma. Pam. Pam, pam, parará, pam, parará, pam, 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 parará, parará, pam, para, pam. Ah.
We're almost at the top.
Oi!
Keep it up.
Ixi, Maria. Gostei. Ixi, tá começando a piorar, hein? Cada degrau.
Share my knowledge. But earlier, let's dance.
Yeah. Lights out.
Many happy returns.
Oh, committed to memory.
You can't run.
Nada kundala.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Make yourselves at home.
precisava. Caramba, sério, mano?
I see everything.
Você quer tretar, maluco? Quanto uma criancinha, mano. Ligar com uma criancinha, parceiro. Meu Deus do céu, dê-me paciência. Quanta atualização. Atualizar o negócio, precisa atualizar de novo. Eu, hein? Tem nada aqui, beleza. Ui! Virei um jato de espermatozoide. Mi, 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 mi. E agora acho que a treta vai ser braba, hein?
Let the show be.
Tô sentindo que a treta vai dar muita treta.
Looks like we've reached the end.
Será?
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
Tomara
The
que
path
não,
sure
né?
had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Será? Acho que ela vai descobrir, hein? Algum lugarzinho ali, um cantinho.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that...
The surrounding walls also.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like someone left these...
That would fit the circumstance.
There's a person.
And the 4th image.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain. More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover.
Don't blame yourself, Miss...
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just... This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true. Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the 3rd, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the 3rd image. That means that the person in the 2nd image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of...
But who...
It seems that any further clues will have to...
In that case, there's no...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Ah, um baúzinho. Ah, foi só isso, tá bom. Não tem ninguém demais, não. É só um passeio mesmo. Tá bom. Tá bom então, tá bom.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work, Traveler. I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about... I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting...
She has long been...
Alright.
I will be careful.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house... All right.
Traveler foi embora, você vamos para a Espina de Rosula em Fleuvicendre. Ave Maria. Que nome feio.
We're finally back!
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too! Navi, no, the boss is the best. Ooh, desserts! Nice! These are all Paimon's!
A menina tá ficando bizarra. Ó.
Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
Mona. Nossa, vocês estão em Fontaine, Alva? Eita.
Seriously?
Still, we didn't...
Well, I have some... Why did you think I would... Well, I used to have my own. There was nothing for it. Nope. Although it is used...
Wow!
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well. Astromancer.
Whoa!
My name means...
Thrice as great?
I know, right?
Talk about it.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so just...
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not...
Well, I was born...
Oh, that's a...
There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes.
Paz.
The invitation was sent quite...
What do you make of...
What I can tell you, I'm
Tô
afraid that...
uma hora já nesse papo aqui.
Visionary?
Of
Não
course.
fiz nada.
The old hag could do it, and I
Muito
bet...
longa.
Thanks, Mona.
Oh, well.
That's the greatest of...
Indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now.
Certo.
And
Beleza.
there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with... Right, but we were able to recruit... Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling... But it's time to get up,
Vá ao escritório do Navalente. Vamos lá no escritório do Navalente. Cadê o escritório? Acho que eu tenho... Vixe, mano, depois eu vou aí, cara. Vamos continuar aqui, meu. Você tá louco, meu? Você tá louco? Você tá churuco? Vamos lá. Vamos lá, meu. Falar com o cara, velho. Com o juiz. Navalente. Estou aqui. Para lhe encontrar. fala com você. Larararara. Pam 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 pam, pari 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 pam 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 pam, pari 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 pam pam pam.
You're here! Finally! Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina, they
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet it is not my... Look at this.
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert this. I will say this once more. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. But...
That's correct. The second of these...
I don't.
I'll ask you, my disciple...
All gods don't have the same secret. I understand your concern.
Forgive me for saying this now. There are several... This is not straight. You have never been...
Well, since you know... There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix. Just trust in me. That's all I have to say. We do not... Oh!
A Furina tem um jeitinho de ser ruim, mano.
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner... We may have to...
Oh?
Normally, people...
But...
We will need to if at all possible. This may be cruel to her, but all... But who will...
Dois dias depois.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved.
And here you are, drinking tea like...
That's what family should...
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you?
Me?
Then, how about you?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become...
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize.
That was a little long-winded.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut... As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be...
Oh?
Well, it's...
Huh?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good...
I see.
He is glad that you...
In that case, do any of you have experience? Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were young.
I'm afraid not, though that was their name. Today, a trap so...
For me, our line of...
You use some of those techniques while moving...
Yes, and
I'm afraid I can't claim that it...
And I can be... With discretion.
I remember that you...
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear...
That makes sense. But I do have one more. If we were to create... If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also...
Wait...
Only a hunter who...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put... But we shall require much more courage than...
Oh...
Ai, ai. bagaça aqui. Encontrei. Só ver onde tá. Menos aqui para marcar no mapa depois. Para não ter problema. Marcar algumas coisas aqui. Esse aqui. Eu tô aqui. Perto dessa curva. Deixa eu ver aqui. É isso aí. Certo. Caramba, tem baú pra cacete ali. Baúzão ali no lugar ali que eu nem sabia. Caramba. Ah. E 700 metros. Onde que é o negócio? Yeah. Vamos lá. Pau no gato. Ui. Você tá não, tia? Oxi, tá doida? Tá cansada? Vamos conversar mais um pouco, a gente não conversou o suficiente.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about... it's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable person... did you just pour some tea? Then what's... Paimon's never seen that...
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining. What is... And yet, even you feel confused. Consider me a passerby.
A xícara tá falando.
Precisely. Call me... N. The prophecy.
What?
People call such things fate, and it is written in the... just as are the things...
What?
I believe that you understand ultimately.
The voice. Alright. Hey, it's you!
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively
Mona!
Fine, not all... Why, yes, I'm in full support.
That's right!
Ah, yes. About what we... Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so... Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now. Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for, and believe in, miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful. Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go. It was worth trying to comfort, I suppose.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Tipo, fácil. Fazer essa missão aqui, depois eu vou pra lá. Acho que eu tô viajando, viu? Eu acho que eu tô viajando. Pá, 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 pá. Olha como ela corre, mano. Sério, viu? A velocidade. É muita velocidade. Opa, cheguei na banca de jornal.
Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater... My recent thus did... So while the fort journalist shut... Huh. Charlotte, she hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead? Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time. Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get some? Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried it, despite the tense situation.
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait,
That's right. Even he.
Do you come here often?
Usually
Pegou o
every
maluco
day.
pelas costas.
Every day?
It's part of my daily...
Then what if someone...
But why would it...
Well...
Oh, the No, it...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have... These 2 slices are for you.
Oh, you know, see...
I sure do. She said that I've got something else to do, so...
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. It's more delicious. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious.
Meu Deus, mano. Que falação. Eu joguei a missão que falasse tanto, tivesse tanta história assim.
Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Eu nunca peguei a missão tanto assim que...
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used...
Oh, you needn't. It's alright though,
Really? Oh, Paimon...
Still, what bring...
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when...
Ah, so you... So she mentioned me?
She said that you're...
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more...
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh.
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! Ooh, so much...
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If...
Huh. That's... If you're serious... From what I've seen, So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepped. Just think about it. If this And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that... I'm not a dreamer, but anyway...
That's... so... Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty... Paimon's been thinking... If it wasn't fun No, We've always been moving to the next destination. You mean... still traveling? Huh. Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the 2 of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you 2 before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide. Not at all. Yes, and...
Alright!
Well, that Lady Farina loudly accused... And before she could... The crowd continued to...
So people have...
I agree.
So what happened after that?
Seeing that the Marechaussee fan...
So...
That's right. That said, I don't think there's much good.
Don't worry.
Is that...
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And, as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling. Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh? In that case, there's not...
Mano, eu vou fazer a missão ali, depois eu vou pra lá. Vou enfrentar ali o semanal. Semanal que eu preciso upar essa menina. Deixa eu ver. Preciso pegar isso aqui para eu continuar upando ela, então já vou. Vamos lá. Na verdade, eu preciso upar ela e upar o gaming. Ai, ai, que sono. Ai, 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 que sono. Vamos chamar nego pra jogar aí, né? Vamos ver se entra a galera aí pra jogar. Porque aqui. O bicho pega, que o bicho pega, que o bagulho é doido. O bagulho é doido, tio. Pam, pam, pam. Vai entrar uma galera, vai entrar uma galera, vai entrar uma galera, vai entrar uma galera. Eu acho que tá entrando mais um.
Everything is negotiable, except overtime.
Opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Hey, don't die on me. That's no fun.
Passable left. Poor time. Frostbite. Passable left. Poor time. Poor time. Not bad. You've got a trick or two.
Don't push
Push your luck. Oh, so sorry.
Eu acho que tá faltando um cara aqui, mano. Tem que... Ele morreu. Nossa! Acho que me arregaçou. Nossa, ele arregaçou todo mundo, mano. Não, todo mundo não. Cadê os caras? Não, os caras tá ali ainda. Puta que pariu, mano. Arregaçou eu, maluco ali. Um Hadouken. Eita, lá. O cara morreu e fodeu. Aí, ó. Boa. Todo mundo saiu? Ah, todo mundo saiu. Tá bom. Tem que ir ajuda mesmo. É, vamos sair, vamos sair.
I finally make Sergeant?
Don't we have a job to do?
E aí, Thiago, beleza?
I'll protect us.
Yeah, shiver! You can't run! Lights out. Shine!
Fall back and await my orders. The mortal plane of fleeting dream.
Ready, steady, go!
What a nuisance.
Yeah.
Go, Barb!
Judgment! Yeah. Punishment! You can't run!
Yeah, into the fire!
Judgment!
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Lights
Ó, vai.
I'll protect us.
Judgment!
Inazuma shines eternal.
You can't run! Punishment!
There is no escape. Fall back and await my orders. More.
You can't run!
What a nuisance.
Let the show begin.
Ai.
Huh?
Eita. Aí saiu. Deixa eu ver uma coisa. Quer ver, mano? Deu um branco. Porque às vezes é tanto menu aqui que você fica meio perdido. A loja. Poeira estelar. Quantas poeiras eu já tô? Tô com. Olha, falta um só pra 100, mano. Você é doido, cachoeira. Você é doido, você é pichuruco, meu. Bom, o que que eu vou fazer agora? Meu Deus, mano. Deixa eu ver se eu preciso pegar alguma outra coisa. Ah, tá. Talento. Da fulana. Pá. Pau no gato. Aí, dano de habilidade subiu pra 228. Subiu. Puta, 15. 15. 15, 10, 15. E dano contínuo. Lança gelo subiu de 185 para 190 e pouco. Beleza. Precisava fazer de novo para me pegar mais um processor para aumentar aqui. Pra aumentar 10, 10. Nossa, nem 10. Merda. Preciso fazer esse aqui, ó. Ai. Tentar ver se encontra alguém aqui. Nossa, esse aqui eu achei muito difícil. Dando meu level ali, o negócio é osso. É muito difícil. Papai. Papai não. Prioridade. Eu não sei se eu faço ele. Só que eu quero. Deixa eu ver. Caramba, o negócio manda recomendar. Caramba, não muda em nada. Segundo golpe. Xaria. Foda-se. Foda-se, 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 foda-se. Foda-se. Meu Deus. Oh, meu Deus. Óbvio, né? Tem esse pangaré aqui também pra fazer. Ó, deixa eu dar rumo na minha vida aqui. O que que eu faço, mano? Preciso ver a arma ali também. Ai, ai. Eu vou aguardar. Será? Será, será, será que será, 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 será? Será, será? 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 Só imaginação. Não, mano. torando, olha o pau torando.
You can't run. Yeah. You can't run.
Pô, sai de perto. Perto do pau tá torando ali. Não sei o que aconteceu ali. Cê é louco, vai ganhar um absurdo. Negócio mó sombrio. Agora você não dá tempo pro cara respirar, mano. Tá puta, parece que saiu um negócio ali, mano. Olha o pau comendo. Ih, foi pro saco ali já. Oxa.
You can't run.
Oxa, que aconteceu? Tá desgrama. Olha o pau comendo. Nossa, mano, é o maior medo desse bicho, velho. Eita! Ai, meu Deus. Eita, o bicho vai vir, vai jogar nós pra lá de novo. Buraco negro. É só o rapaz ali. Vou matar a baleia. Entendi. Deixa o tamanho da bicha, maluco. Tome. Aí, peguei um negocinho ali pra upar o rapaz lá. Upar o game. O game, o videogames. Vem cá, cadê o negócio? Tem um negócio aqui, tá? Olha. É, com 4 pessoas é molezinha, mano. Fácil, fácil. Tem nem o que falhar. Oxi, o que eu tô fazendo aqui, meu Deus do céu? Eu tô sendo agredido. Oxi. Eu só baixou o bagulho no meu celular? Como assim? Nossa, falta um só, meu. Puta merda. Que isso? Negócio azul aqui. Ai, ai. Deixa eu ver se eu acho um trem desse aqui, mano. Vou aonde? Vou aonde? Dá um rolê aqui, vou ver se eu acho um negócio aqui ali. Ainda falta um só, meu. Na teoria, tem um aqui. E aqui no pé. Acho que eu peguei tudo isso aqui, mas tudo bem. Ok. Ok. E que aqui. 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 Uma mais ou menos aqui. Vou tentar ir ali para ver. Aqui. Esse aqui provavelmente já foi. Tá aparecendo. Oh, tá aqui, mano. O cara aqui. O cara aqui. Esse é o cara. Eu tô. Esse aqui de cima. Tá onde? Embaixo do buraco lá do de água. Deve ter um túnel de água em algum lugar aqui. Aqui. Oi. Olha ali, achou! É o Tiririca! É, mas agora lascou, né? Como é que eu vou pegar esse treco? Ah, tá. Já sei. Aqui, rapidão.
There's still a long road ahead.
Ai, meu Deus do céu, velho. Pronto, aí. Pronto, pronto, nem doeu. Vou colocar ali essa bagaça logo, já que tá faltando um só, né? E... Oh meu Deus do céu, meu Deus do céu, caraca. Mas eu quero fazer logo aqui um bagulho. Meu Deus do céu, mano, como é que pode? Certo, descobri agora como é que é. Não, não é Hotmail, não! Meu Deus do céu, que burrice. Cara do céu, viu, mano? Agora vai. Hum. COD. Saiu o COD, mano. Mobile. Verdansk. Pam, 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 param, 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 param. Tchau. Tá aí. Restreco. Opa! Essa negócio aqui não serve pra nada. O que é que eu vou fazer agora, meu chassi? Eu sei como é que usa isso. Não vou ficar mostrando não. Tá. Aí. Negócio que cata 10 borboletas que eu posso catar mais rápido pegando no ambiente do que... Missione, missione, eu quero missione. Hora do apocalipse. Sonhos de baixo serpente. Tem um rapaz ali. Senhorzinho lá quer que eu vou lá fazer um bico. Limpo, limpo sim.
Let's dance.
Pronto. Limpei. Pegar, discutir com mole. Disputa com mole. Oi, mole. Você tá ficando mole? Sobre o guarda, bata na porta. Nossa, mano, em português, mano. É, eu acho que eu tinha desbloqueado alguém aqui pra fazer a missão. Eu já fiz, já. Já fiz. É... Voltar lá pro...
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible. That's Farina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Should I? What was meant to happen? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Farina. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, it's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects, come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were, disturbing my enjoyment of the arts? They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marsh Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too. Of course not!
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to catch up with her! This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here!
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Paimon's exhausted.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed. You're right.
Yep, that's a good girl.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Neverlette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already... It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free. Indeed, I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all. Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone. A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
Ixi. Será que o bicho vai pegar, meu?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without...
Do not forget, however, that...
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of this?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect you, Harn. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the truth this time. Applaud and rejoice. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of fun. Woohoo!
Oh, no! Why does it feel like Farina just... Also, even though she's still
All right, then. Who...
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so? Very well. Also, please allow me to ask, as a final just how much...
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned.
Navia,
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance, they changed into the people's resentment. Moreover, So
you mean...
And their goal...
That's right.
As the super ultimate the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could... Of course, this performance, we had to select a
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to...
Then, you gathered a crowd, prepared also that...
Yes, that is...
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champ... As for you, Traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd... Oh? It's fine. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through.
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to This is a
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here. Oh, let Paimon see. Wait, so in other words, we can refer to this anthology. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting... This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Fortress of Merip. According to Monsieur, I nearly lost my awesome...
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, just fast forward. Of course. It is only now.
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your instead.
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey.
Charge accepted. Lady Farina. Lady Farina.
I plead not. There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah, even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric.
Yeah, I've never questioned her.
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were... See? If you wish to...
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's claims, but...
Well, and if I...
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an...
Who gave you that idea?
A curse. I once thought it possible, but in light of this claim...
Nervillette sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina.
Well...
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of for centuries, manifestations of one need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue... that doesn't...
Nada a ver.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of...
Didn't I make myself clear at the time?
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder while the court is... You will prove your...
I never...
That was no trick of...
So, you neither knew why instead of having been...
The real Hydro Archon. It is true that I didn't... But the Oratrice handed... You can't...
She's still throwing out all kinds of...
My pal...
If that poses a...
You don't...
Aren't you the Hydro Archon?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons, thus did I...
Isn't that...
Yeah, no matter...
It's Seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. I'm still the please.
If what the
Did she deceive all?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if you have.
Wow. That doesn't sound... that...
Caralho, sério.
It has been established that all Fontanians can
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can...
Miss Navia.
Now. I've brought some seawater from Poisson. So, if we are to believe... But, if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the Oh, and I do hope you'll act prudently.
Navia from the...
If Lady for...
Lady Farina, this...
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is based...
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word.
What's going on? Is she really...
Due to the inherent...
Hey! I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come...
Siegewin? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss...
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation. She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as...
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Farina.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved.
Well, considering your however, after extensive discussion, we don't want...
Yeah, so it's a great...
I can't... Listen to me, everyone. Think about it. Also...
Farina tá puta.
Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your...
I don't think anything...
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway me. She's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is... guilty.
Se ferrou. Se lascou todinha. E agora? Vai ser presa? O que vai ser? Expulsa.
We shall now turn to the oratrice mécanique d'analyse.
Tome meu cartão
According to
Paraíba.
the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal, Farina is...
Well, what's wrong? What's the oratrice's verdict?
No, the oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: to be punished via the death sentence.
Nossa.
That's actually one of the available sentences?
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court.
Farina's been sentenced.
This outcome is indeed quite strange. Is this sentence really appropriate?
Yeah, even Vache wasn't sent.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point but now, the oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still...
Fremine! You finally made it. I assume this...
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh. So then...
I looked everywhere, but has the trial already concluded?
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here.
Huh? So what do you see? What?
I believe I've now...
Huh? So when you...
In truth, however, I'm uncertain as to how...
Okay, let... The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydra Archon using her divine power. Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if the second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydra Archon and her people worshipping it together. But this must be the point when the Hydra Archon and the Fontanians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydra Archon... The third slate shows the Hydra Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it... That doesn't sound quite right. That doesn't sound quite right. Let's think about the... That doesn't sound quite...
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
Escreve uma história de futuro. A primeira peça de jornalismo desaparecida foi encontrada por Fremente, da antiga, reconduzidos o poder divino.
That doesn't sound quite right.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn... This might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve...
Baixas.
That doesn't sound quite...
Oh, será que eu errei?
That doesn't sound...
Meu Deus.
That doesn't sound...
Eu sou
What is
foda,
about to
mano. Eu
take
erro
place
tudo,
has
mano.
all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervilette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on the...
Como a reviravolta, o povo de Fontaine pode ser dissolvido pela água no mar que me deu LOJA sequestrou e dissolveu muitas jovens para seu experimento para tentar encontrar mana. Meu Deus!
It's not as simple as falling into... When Navia fell into the sea, the stone slates show the people...
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the sea. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking every... Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meripede was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter... The stone slate's content can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know to... Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! So that's how you can make sense of it! But then it feels like... we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Let's hear them.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're...
All Fontanians were originally created by the evidence... Oh, and according...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the... That could also...
The Hydro Archon...
And yet, after many hundreds of years,
Yeah, and so wouldn't it be trying to show the image of... In the end, did Paimon get all that right?
you've made some keen deductions. However, while you were able to decode all the when we were at the ruin, now that the slate collection is complete, I believe I should share this truth not only with you, your hypotheses. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the... However, even though not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her. She poured, but if Fontaine... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race, and thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of...
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into...
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend... Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only...
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontaine.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all they have not been dissolved, which implies the nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead, you may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to. Therefore, the meaning of that the people of Fontaine shall try the hydro. Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy.
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what,
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the...
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fact about the fourth slate. However, as for the root cause of the catastrophe, this eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
That doesn't sound quite right. That doesn't sound quite... That doesn't sound...
It was both dream and reality.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Ali, ó. Pô, brabo, hein? Ela tá matando a baleia. Eita.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your...
So we've met it at last. I understand that whale does not... It has been greed, and once it has finished...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created...
Precisely. That, therefore, when it left the primordial sea...
We just...
That is correct, from the way he looked. He must have been...
That battle maniac. Anyway...
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the even if the entirety...
That's not... We've already... We've come...
Indeed. I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
the prophecy. Just as prophecies are usually only the future, as ultimately.
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina!
No, I still need answers.
You...
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face.
You are not Farina. Who...
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my
Fosolo.
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. She knew full well that and as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the... So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather... I spent a terribly long time mulling it over. Alone on the ocean, I had to I'm a genius, I know. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be.
So you were also once one of the
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do. Even after becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and the me. She could feel joy, sorrow, and her strength. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly... Anyway, all part of the Do you still remember the fine... In order that under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But instead, I suppose now you probably understand.
But Farina is... Even though she is
It has indeed. It's been... And all along... She's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely.
wanted you to come onto this stage. Now, all right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me. Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Starfall!
You can't run!
Drop! Starfall!
I'll protect us.
Judgment!
Mighty mythical beast!
Judgment! Shiver!
Shake!
You can't run!
Let the show be.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards! Judgment! You can't run!
Lights out.
Up to it, Manzai!
Judgment! Yeah.
Drop!
Judgment! Punishment! Yeah! Yeah!
Personagem bonita, né?
Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me?
Be not nervous. Be not of.
Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me? Mirror me.
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people...
Oh.
What's... But...
I will tell you.
Oh, but if there were...
I suppose that...
Huh?
Don't work.
Play at...
That's right. If you can...
But...
Don't work. Being a human. Remember.
So...
Do a... But...
A trial.
Meu Deus, nossa velocidade toda.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. But what should I say to most appear like a god? I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of, in truth, as the god Focalor, the god of just once again. Thank you all for this. I thought I might...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going on? Right. Calm down, Farina. Assertive. Now, I was wondering if some... you may consider... Now then!
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were in...
Her personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, we have heard it said that this nation's sins, the scale, may law be the prayer on our lips, may judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine! No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. There is no... So long as I...
Yes! Oh, yeah!
Deus do céu. Hoje a live foi só do modo história.
Lady Farina.
Besides...
If...
A Magan...
That's true,
No need for fright. And do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
Lady Farina,
No need. All right.
His...
Lady Farina, you're the
I see. It's as I thought that all manner. Really?
I'm...
The taste, finally. But it's good. Maybe this is fun.
Lady Farina, here are the...
Bell.
Lady Farina.
Indeed, my...
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Lady Farina, I've heard that the... Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the So, hundreds of you, I never have I want to die of all I can do is keep heart.
Farina, you don't, although I don't know what you...
Share, that's impossible.
But even if you're just share it,
a witness. And if to she's right. But if they... No, Farina. But what if, Farina, is it such an out... If you think about it long and hard. No, I have. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Farina does...
Yes, she did very well. If she had... It seems that trusting...
I believe that... How would you be...
Ah, good, good. Of course the Eudex of Fontaine has been... I'm sure you...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a It now seems that...
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, in truth, it is Oh, my work. Oh, but really, the vast majority had to be...
It was all...
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries, but...
So the oratories... The destruction of that divine throne... If I do not...
Returning what's... In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the... No, what? Getting sad again. The authority of the ancient dragons shall
All you've done throughout the years.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Hydro Dragon, Hydro Dragon. I must say, had it been within my right, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea. And I, speaking of justice, I have always believed that just so, if the theft of the primordial seas, then leaving in other words, defying the at this point, Eudex Nerville.
So when I was at last, in the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 cent things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them.
Ai, meu Deus.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
I, Eudex Nervalette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Emocionante, mano.
What just happened?
Was that bright?
It's time to end it. I have gained the we should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer the root of the calam, come with me, Traveler.
Ele tem que enfrentar esse cara.
I've already done my best to separate power from the whole whale. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together. And feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Starball! Rumble apart!
You can't.
The all-devouring novel cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. A chance will present itself.
Judgment! Drop!
No pain, no gain.
I have granted you up protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its growth from within.
Let the show begin.
You can't run!
Manifest the authority of the ancient dragons. Witness the might of the primordial sea.
Up to it, Manzai! Congratulations!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private... well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but...
that power...
It's just that he is...
I simply did not have anything to say, so you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. That kind of power... all in all... the point...
well, so what sort of...
oh, right. His name is Sir Loji.
I am
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous.
the foul?
Still not...
ooh, that one...
oh. But I suppose you understand...
wait! Didn't you...
actually, never mind that they all devour such roiling height as such. In other words...
what?
Not to worry.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry! Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding! It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright? We're safe. The prophecy was wrong.
Muito bom.
The soil renewed. The Sweet Rasula talks post-disaster old soil skyship with the various dispute. People always. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the report.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big scoop. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true.
Paimon's curious.
And that's exactly what. Oh, this time.
Ô louco. Lágrima, não sei o quê. Bom, pessoal, vou parar por aqui. Valeu, falhou, valeu, falou, falou, valeu, valeu, falou. Tem mais.